Hi guys. Oh god, this is deeply annoying. Okay, so Labour leader Keir Starmer appeared on BBC Scotland where he was asked about Brexit and freedom of movement. Starmer said that it's gone and it isn't coming back. And sadly in this clip he dropped a few right-wing dog whistles, such as open borders and having too many foreigners employed in some areas of the economy. I believe he's doing this in order to win back the Red Wall and some marginal constituencies that flipped to the Tories in 2019. I'll say a bit more about that in a moment. First, have a listen to what he had to say.
We don't want open borders. Freedom of movement has gone and it's not coming back. So that means fair rules, firm rules, a points-based system. What I would like to see is the numbers go down in some areas. I think we're recruiting too many people from overseas into, for example, the health service. But on the other hand, if we need high-skilled people in innovation in tech to set up factories, etc., then I would encourage that. So I don't think there's an overall number here. Some areas we need to go down, other areas we need to go up.
We need to go up, okay. As I said, I think he's attempting to win over racists and bigots that voted for the Conservatives in 2019. But I want to focus on some of the things he said here. So first he talked about open borders. Well, these didn't exist while the UK was a member of the EU. But he's talking about open borders because this is something that the Conservatives are throwing at the Labour Party. I really wish it wasn't necessary for him to respond by saying, we're not supporting open borders, instead of saying, open borders don't exist. But then he probably sees this as it's easier just to say we don't support open borders, instead of getting into a battle with the Conservative Party over this issue that is a non-issue. Once again, it's really frustrating, because you would hope that a politician would just say, would tell the truth and say open borders don't exist here. Open borders didn't exist when we were a member of the EU. We were able to control our borders. But unfortunately, getting into an argument about that just will allow the Conservatives to, run to the racists and say, look, the Labour Party are pro-open borders. Now, he also said that freedom of movement is gone and it isn't coming back. Once again, I think this is just to keep those people in the Red Wall or those marginal seats happy. Again, not get into a battle. Look, I don't agree with him doing these things. I understand it in a sense. It's really disappointing. It's depressing, actually, because you'd want a politician to say, actually, no, we will bring back freedom of movement. We need it. We need workers at the moment. How many sectors are crying out for workers and they can't get them because freedom of movement ended? Now, he also talked about a points-based system. Either this is copying the Tories or rehashing an old Labour policy. I don't know which it is. Once again, I think he doesn't want to fight battles with the Conservatives, so is he trying to present himself as Tory light in order not to have to fight the Tories in these marginal seats? I said this before, that the Labour Party probably believe that there are people who will vote for them no matter what. They're not going to vote for the Conservatives. They're not going to vote for the Lib Dems. They're going to vote for the Labour Party because they've nowhere else to go. And they're banking on the idea that we can sell the public in general pretty toxic policies, but these voters have nowhere else to go, so they'll vote Labour anyway. He said he wants to see the numbers go down, for example, in the NHS. This is extremely worrying because you want more people in. Now, I understand this idea, you want to hire more people from within the country. You want to train people up, but this takes years. It takes a long time to train people up, and you need to overhaul the system. The Tories have destroyed the system to train doctors and nurses for the NHS. You also need to improve retainment, because people are leaving the profession, people are leaving the NHS. So, you need a mix of both. You need to encourage people to come in, and you also need to invest in training of people who are citizens of the country. So you need to do both. And in order to have a functioning NHS, you need to bring people in from abroad to fill the gaps that are existing at the moment and that can't be filled at least for a number of years. But once again, I think this is him attempting to reach out to the racists and bigots who don't like the idea of going into hospital and seeing a foreign face. Also, what's very concerning about what he said here, he said that he wants high-skilled people. So he said, yeah, we want fewer people, foreigners coming in to work in the NHS. And we also want high-skilled people to set up businesses. In a sense, he was suggesting that the NHS don't have high-skilled workers. Maybe this is a slip of the tongue or what, but once again, he's presenting policies that are, in a sense, Tory light. Perhaps banking on the belief that, well, you know, some people have nowhere else to go and they'll always vote Labour. They're not going to vote for the Tories. So he's trying to present policies that are palatable to the red wall and to these marginals. It's deeply depressing. It's really annoying, but he probably sees it as his path to victory. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.